What's up, y'all? It's your man, King Crooked. I'm live in Dr. Dre's lab right now, you know what I'm saying? And I could spend the whole episode giving, props to the man across the room from me. You know, his achievements are just incredible. You know what I mean? What are you doing, Marsh?
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about
okay.
you. You know what I'm saying? I got the homie in the house, one of the greatest of all times, Marshall Mathers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, bro. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate your time, man. Let's jump into it, man. Let's talk about Music to be Murdered By. It's inspired by the 1958 release from Alfred Hitchcock with the same title. What made you do that?
Well, it was actually, Dre had the sample like years ago, right? And he made a beat to it. And one day it just popped in my head. I can't remember why. So I hit him and I was like, yo, whatever happened to that beat? And he was like, oh, it's still around. So, but the beat was different. I just updated a little bit with some drums and shit, right? But like it was based off that I started thinking like, yo, that whole concept is crazy. Like music to be murdered by. Like, I wonder if I could play off this whole Alfred Hitchcock thing. And then Dre started hitting me with ideas. It was like, yo, you need to listen to this album that he has. So he sent me the link to that. And I started listening, and I was like, yo, I could base this whole album off that.
Wow.
There was actually some stuff that didn't make it on there that I was trying to get on there, but we couldn't really work it out with the sample clearing. Mm. But I had it even more intertwined than it was, and we had to, pick and choose the best pieces to put on there just for sampling issues and shit. But
fucking samples.
Yeah, right.
I was stuck in traffic for like 3 hours listening to it over and over and over. And I caught something new every single time. And it's like, it's going to take, till about 2021 or some shit before everybody really gets all of it. And I'm talking about avid fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you write in that type of, on that level, like you said you just put it in anyway, even knowing that it could slip by people's radar.
Yeah, I feel like there's a certain kind of fan that will get that, and there's a certain kind of fan that might just be the average listener who doesn't, they like hip hop and it sounds good, something sounds good to them, right? But they might not understand exactly what we're doing,
how dope it is.
Yeah, but that's what's dope about those reaction videos, and also the people who break down the lyrics and they show you like, okay, he was hitting these syllable schemes right here. Every single syllable, there's 5 syllables there or 7,
right? And
he was hitting these right here, and he started a new syllable scheme, rhymed with that syllable scheme, and then came back at the end and rhymed with the first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that helps people like really
to understand the genius.
Yeah, to
zoning off of one joint. Stop in the limo, hop in the window, shop in the demo at gunpoint.
Yeah.
The outer rhymes are 2 syllables. The inner rhymes are 5 syllables.
Yeah.
That's, in my opinion, what makes you one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, but that's, to me, my opinion back to you, because when we did what the fuck was it? My House. Like, this is me and Royce joke about this shit all the time. We're like, fuck, Crook's gonna be on this song. All right. But we joke about that shit all the time, because it's like you and him, to me, make verses that even if you lay them first, they're untoppable. So it's like I can only hope to tie at best.
That's a big compliment from you, dog.
But bro, when you did in my house, the lights out, the utilities in the facility, for the life out, to wipe out. I forgot the next scene, but utilities in the, like he was rhyming all that.
Right.
Like that shit was like, and being able to keep it going, like that's what I think a lot of the average listener sometimes might not understand, that this, because some people don't catch the syllables. They think that we're, rhyming, my house, the lights out, utilities in the facility, like house rhymes and out rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They're not catching the full scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not catching the my house, lights out, lights out, wipe out. Like there's two there, but then there's utilities in the facility.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like that's the beauty to me of the craft of emceeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, is
that's important to you?
Hell yeah. Yeah, because it's and I know it's important to you because it's what makes rap fun, right?
Right.
So sometimes we might not have we might be in the mood to like not to write a song that might not have a message to it.
Right.
Might not really be saying anything that's important.
Right.
But it's more about the craft and we're just trying to go as hard as we can go, you know? And I think that to me is what makes it fun.
Right.
Is being able to, you know, when you thought of the, hey, bro, I'll go ham for dead presidents. Like, you feel something, right? When you think of that, you're like, oh, shit.
Like, oh, shit, that's kind of ill.
Okay, yeah. All right, let me figure this out. Let me sit down with this scheme and figure it out. But that's to me, man, is the beauty of this culture. I guess.
How did the Young and May collab come about? I was very surprised to hear her on there. You know what I mean? She's been doing damage all around. How'd that come about?
Well, when she put out Ooh, I was like, yo, she's dope. And I kind of started following her a little bit. And then it was like, I started watching every video she put out.
Word.
And I was more so like intrigued by her persona. Like how like she just carries herself like a star, right?
Right.
Like she's just like charisma, right?
Right.
But she also had the bars, and I was like, man, like this is like she's really got bars. Like so then I just went down the wormhole of like the Eat freestyle she did.
Right.
And then she did Flex, and how she was just calm, murdering it on Flex, right? But she barely even raised her voice. Yeah. Like she was just calmly killing it. I was like, oh my God, so I just reached out. I was like, yo, I wanna put her on the album, man. Like I wanna do something with her. And hit her up. And I was like, yo, I said, I got this intro to the album, and then I want you to be the first thing that people hear after that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
gave it an alley-oop.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She just went in.
And she murdered it. Is that what you do? You go down a rabbit hole with different artists when you start liking them and you go down the wormhole kind of?
It's funny because I usually spend, I mean, this has been this way for a while. I usually spend like an entire Saturday. If I'm not at work, if I'm not at the studio, I spend like an entire Saturday going through everything that's out. You know what I'm saying? Like checking out everything.
Wow, y'all hear that? On Saturday, so y'all better bring y'all best shit. You never know who listening, you know what I'm saying? For real, man. Black Thought. Like, I feel like you guys finally gave us what we wanted, a collab, you know what I'm saying? How the hell did that happen?
Well, I had been wanting to do something with him, and I just never found the album or the song that I felt like would be good to get him on. That was worth, you know what I'm saying? Like, this might be right up his lane. Denon made the beat, right? So Royce put a verse on it, and then Q-Tip had the hook. And when I heard the hook, I was like, my era. And I was like, me and him are kind of from the same era. You know what I'm saying? So this might work.
Right.
So I just hit him up through Royce, asked Royce if he could send him the track.
Right. And it just, y'all made magic.
Yeah,
y'all made magic. That was a collab that hip-hop has been waiting on for a long time.
His fucking Funk Flex freestyle was just like, oh my God.
That man went in for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Fucking crazy.
But again, it's what we love about this music, right? Is because, especially as a competitive rapper, right? We rap we're competitive rappers, right? We're not just, like, we're in it, we do this. This is what we do. And it's like inspiring to hear that shit, but it also like kind of gets you like, oh, fuck. Yeah, like gives you anxiety, right? But it's like, but at the same time, you kind of get pumped up about it and be like, oh shit. Every time something new comes out like that, you're always like my mindset is like, yo, I gotta try to top that lyrically. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And then you go do it. First of all, congratulations, man. 10 number ones on Billboard 200. That's incredible. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put that out there, man. I like, How does that feel though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Did you ever imagine that you have 10 number ones?
Ever.
Ever?
Never in the history of my life. Like, I could never like imagine. Like for me, what's crazier about it, that to me is like being able to meet my childhood idols, being able to sit down with LL Cool J, right? My favorite rappers of all time ever. When I made the Relapse album,
Right.
he sat in the car, in the truck, and we drove around, and he listened to the whole album. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, I don't even know what to say, because I don't want to play myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, like, but before you got out the truck, I was like, yo, man, I just want to say, like what you mean to me, man. Like, and I was trying to like not make it come off sappy, but I was just like, yo, man, I'm a stan of you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
but just to sit there and be like, all right, 15, 16-year-old Marshall thinking that could actually happen one day. Right. And I'm going to be sitting in the car. LL's going to be sitting around in the car with me, and he's listening to my album.
Wow.
Fuck out of here.
Wow.
Like, that to me, like, meeting Dre was just like, holy shit.
Is that what kind of keeps you grounded? Like, your love for the culture? I mean, is that like, you know, after a huge amount of success, you know, it would be easy for you to be a different type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, what keeps you grounded?
I just think, I mean, I'm so in love with this art form, right? And I'm so passionate about it because it's really the only thing that I ever was good at. You know what I'm saying? Like aside from basketball, I'm amazing at that. But that's a whole.
You getting buckets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But nah, it just, you know, I just love it. I love to watch, like, you know, like the YBN Cordays come up, and you're like, oh shit, he's gonna be the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same shit. Why, when I listen to one of your songs, I don't really want to, because it gets like, I get anxiety, but I have to. I mean, I not that I don't want to, but
yeah, man. I mean,
it's fucking nerve-wracking every time you and Royce, you know. And I think because you know, we're also in this circle together, kind of, and it's like, but it's like y'all are the rappers. You and him are the rappers that I get anxiety being on a song with, because I'm like, man, I gotta push the pen. Rappers like Tech-9, right?
right.
He's so fucking proficient.
Right.
I don't know what other word to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's so like, man, he crafts out every syllable. Every single one. Every fucking rhyme scheme. Like, it's just like you're hearing 20 different things that rhyme with each other in succession. And,
Absolutely.
yeah. And I'm sure you hate this too, like to be like, well, yo, you don't understand what we're doing.
Right.
But sometimes some people really don't understand what we're doing.
They don't understand it. I mean, and I get it. Sometimes if I listen to something that you made, I'll be like, damn. Either, why didn't I think of that? Or, you know, damn, I said something kind of like that, but I didn't say it like that. And then it's like, okay, I can't say that now because he already just said it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's always crazy, man. It's a new era, man. Like, I always wanted to know, like, what's your perspective on people with longevity such as yourself adjusting to the new era of hip hop? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's you know, that's another one of the things that make it fun too, is like being able to watch like Cole and Kendrick come up and seeing how great they were right off the bat. And it's like you start, like, I mean, aside from them, like, I pay attention to everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the new shit I try to stay up on, you know, who's doing what, flow patterns, that kind of shit, because it's always interesting to me, like, the baby. Like, I never know where his rhymes are gonna land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit is so interesting to me because he does it so well. It's the same thing with you and Royce. It's like I don't really know where this is gonna go. And when I get on a song with you or him, I know what I'm gonna get in the sense of the bar it's gonna be, but I don't know what I'm gonna get. What style? What, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
I don't know. I can't predict.
Right.
A flow pattern, I can't never predict anything. It's the same thing if I getting on a track with Kendrick. I can never tell what the fuck he's gonna do.
Right.
Because he is such a chameleon of styles and he can fucking do pretty much anything, right? And he's so proficient at it, he's so good at it, and you don't know what you're gonna get. That to me is like a top tier lyricist because it's like you can get your ass kicked any day. You know what I'm saying? Like certain rappers get on a certain song and it's like, it just depends on.
Yeah, just like you. I mean, you probably inspired countless, stupid bars when people knew, okay, I got to get on a song with him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just know, I'm very surprised if you ever have done a song with, every time I listen to a song that you've done with another artist, it's always one of their best verses. You see what I'm saying? It's like you inspired them to push their pen like that. You know what I mean? And that's got to be something to walk in the room and just change the energy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, but it's, it's a craft that, I don't know if I've mastered it yet, but I'm still trying to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as I've been in the game, I'm always trying to figure out new flow patterns and new, you know what I'm saying? Like new cadences and shit, and still trying to always get it right, Because it's like I making an album, I don't always get it right. I don't always get every song right. I don't always get every delivery right, So it's one of the things I'm just always trying to improve.
Are you your toughest critic?
Absolutely. I mean, you're probably yours, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, because you know that you can't sit down with the pen and just rhyme the last word of every line. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, that's not fun.
Yeah, that's not fun.
That's like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And your love for hip hop is just evident. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the T-shirts you choose to wear sometimes. I sit back and I see a picture of you rocking the stage.
Shirt?
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like you, I think you had like Kxng Shabazz on one of your T-shirts. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And a lot of people don't even know, who that call themselves hip hop heads might not even know who that is on your shirt. Is that something you do on purpose? I mean,
it is something I do on, well, because I love it, because it's fun for me. Like, it makes me feel like a kid again. It's like, oh shit, I got this album cover on. Like think about when I think of like iconic album covers, NWA's first album cover, Audio 2's first album cover, like the color scheme of that, like how they was wearing the airbrush shirts and shit.
Right.
Like having that on a shirt is it's dope to me, but it's also like maybe if I'm doing a show and some of the younger fans don't know who this is, they'll go back and, go back
and say, man, who is that on that shirt? And
go
get
back
educated.
and be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because Kxng Shabazz was fucking nice.
I'm raw and rare. I walk in the square of pure righteous. Man, and being that much of a part of the culture, history books are going to definitely put you as one of the greatest of all time. How do you feel about the concept of white rappers being a guest in the house of hip hop?
Well, I mean, that's the funny thing. I don't know if I've got a chance to say this yet, but the funny shit is like I with the whole beef of a certain person.
Right.
I never said I wasn't a guest.
Right.
Like, I'm absolutely a guest. Like, I never said I wasn't.
Right.
And I never said I was king of anything. Right? Like, I had a song called Kings Never Die, but it wasn't me saying, that was one of the beats that Khalil sent me with the hook on it. That was the concept of the song. And I'm like, I can't say I'm the king of hip hop.
Right.
I could just say, so I threw Run DMC in there, Jam Master Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And was trying to like, because I never want to be like, I don't want to be the king of hip hop. Who the fuck is the king of hip hop?
Yeah.
Like, is there a king of hip hop? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
nah, I feel you on that.
people would say, just because you sell the most records doesn't mean you're the best. Just because you can rap 40 million syllables doesn't mean you're the best. Like, I care more about rhyming the syllables. You know what I'm saying? Like I care more about the craft than any of the other
And
shit.
that shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it goes back to those who know. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. And I just don't. I don't get it sometimes. You know what I mean? I watch these rap media so-called critics and some music journalists, and so many of your bars and your messages goes over their heads. And, you know, they like, even with the content conversation, I mean, you've been having content since day one. You got songs to prove it. You know what I mean?
It's like sometimes I'm like, what is content? What are you talking about? What do you want me to talk about? Think about the first time you heard Rakim, right? So when people make these lists, and he's always on the list, but he's also always on my list because, to me, greatness is not only how well you do something, but if you were the first to do it. Rakim was the first person that I heard that started using like inside rhyme schemes,
Right.
and coming back at the end and hitting the, you know what I'm saying? So he did something that hadn't even been thought of yet.
Original.
Yeah, it was like, and he single-handedly pushed the genre forward to be more complex lyrically. And
Absolutely.
then he birthed fucking Kxng and G-Rap, right?
Right.
And man, like those two will always be on my list too, because like Kxng was doing confuse and lose, abuse and bruise the crews who choose to use my name wrong will pay dues.
Woo.
Man, come on, nobody was doing that.
Nobody was
like that
doing
was
that.
every single fucking word he said rhymed, and he just
exactly.
made a sentence with it. Like,
And that made sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
every person who's a fan of hip hop might feel like hip hop is about something different, right? It ain't about lyrics. It's about how good you flow in your cadence, right?
Right.
Or it ain't like, but it's just about the beat is dope and just having a message over it. That could be what your opinion of what hip hop is about. My opinion is hip hop is about lyricism, and the greats who we put up on the pedestal, right? That's what they were about, and that was the beauty of us being able to learn how to do it and learn from them, right? So
Yeah.
like,
Do you ever agree with any of the top 50 lists that circulate on the internet? Have you seen one that you like, oh yeah, that's accurate?
I've seen a couple of them where I feel like, okay, that's kind of accurate. I don't ever want to come off as preachy or be like, you don't understand what we do. We're so much smarter than you. No, it's not about that. But we do the craft, and we do rap at a certain level where we know, like, game recognized game, right?
Right.
Like, you can appreciate Jordan because Jordan was like a spectacle to see, right? It was just like, holy shit.
Right.
But I don't even know half
Yeah.
the shit he was doing.
It's like mechanics. If I hire somebody to fix my car, I'm not gonna hire a painter. I'm gonna hire a mechanic. A mechanic
Yeah.
knows what he's doing under the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't explain what he's doing.
And you could be like, yo, that's the best mechanic I've ever seen.
Right.
Like I saw what is it called? My expert opinion with Math Hoffa, right?
Right.
And it was an episode where they were talking about the verse that I did on the Fat Joe thing. And I was like, these are the guys who, if I was coming up like as a rapper or just a fan of rap or whatever, I would want to hear from them because they do this too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like game recognized game. Like I don't know if this guy is the best mechanic in the fucking world. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's not my thing. But someone who is a mechanic might be like, yo, this guy he's the fucking GOAT.
Yeah, exactly.
Changing your muffler. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then we come and argue with that guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's not
Yeah.
the GOAT, and
Oh,
I'm not a fucking mechanic.
Yeah. But then again, it's like, you don't want to sound too preachy and be like, you just don't, we're so much smarter than you. You don't understand what we're doing. Like, it's not about that. But at some point, it's just like, I can't take your list seriously. If they don't have you on it, they don't have Royce on it, I can't take it serious. I can't take it serious because it's like, you don't really know what you're talking about. So I can't get mad at you.
Right.
I think that a lot of times when people make these lists, they're mistaking the greatest rappers for their favorite rappers. So what they mean to say is, these are my favorite rappers. These are my personal favorites.
Right.
Right? Jay, Nas, they're always going to be on that list, right?
Right. You're always going to be on it.
On some people's. But
dog, I've never seen a list without you on it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You might not be where you deserve to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's, in my opinion, that's how I feel when people don't put you and Royce there, because the longevity, how good you guys have consistently been to be able to keep it up to this level. You know what I'm saying? And like, we're not youngins in this game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we put our time in, but still, even to this day, when I hear a new song by you or a new rhyme scheme, I feel like he's still figuring this out. Like, in other words, you're trying to figure out a way to make this verse better than anything you just did prior to it, right?
Word.
Each fucking verse is like, that's how I feel when I listen to you. I'm like, oh, he's still fucking with different flow patterns.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
looking.
and cares about it in the
Deeply.
pockets, and like, I don't ever know where your rhyme's gonna fall at, and I don't know how many syllables you're gonna fucking hit, but that's the other thing, is like, when people are like, we don't care about the syllables and all that shit. Yo, you need to, because that's the craft of
hip-hop.
Doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't need
MCing.
to.
That's MC, yeah.
It's up to you. It's up to you. Like, how you know, whatever you feel, you know. But like, I think that people are just sometimes mistaking best MCs for their favorite rappers.
Speaking of favorite rappers, Tretch,
I don't see on a lot of lists either.
Yeah.
And that shit is infuriating to me, because I think that, again, we was talking about, like, Rakim did something that never been done, and Kxng did something, and G-Rap did something that never been done. Tretch did, to me, I think what happened with Tretch, and this is just in my circle of friends that we talk about shit, one of the common things said is, well, he did OPP, and he did Hip Hop Array.
Right.
But he was still rhyming his ass off on those songs, right?
Right.
But he also did something, to me, in my opinion, that, like, there was a time period probably between 91 and about 95 where damn near every rapper in the game was following him.
Right.
And trying to do what he was doing.
Absolutely.
Dressing like him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The whole shit moving like him.
Exactly.
Like, and he was getting on fucking songs and smoking everybody.
Man.
And it was like, yo, when I heard Yoke the Joker, my fucking heart sank. My heart sank, because I was like, I'm never going to be this good.
Wow.
I might as well quit. I didn't write a rhyme for the entire summer. I said this on the Ice-T documentary, but this is real shit. I didn't write for an entire summer, and Proof was like, yo, man, he's good, but you got to keep, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
and
right.
I was just like, but I'll never be that good. By the time it got to Wickedest Man Alive, I was like, I quit. I don't want to do this anymore.
You got a favorite Tretch verse?
I got a lot of favorite Tretch verses. When I heard him yoke the Joker, when he was like, oh, fuzzy, dirty, dizzy, duzzy, get the fix he needs. Remember how blistery? You ain't ready for the Freddy, you rap. He can't kill me. I step into your dreams, you feel me. Slicing your life away. Just like my mic today, I eat you the psycho way. I'm ripping shit right away. Whoa. Man, he was yo.
Tretch.
There are some in this genre that have not even caught up to that. All this time has passed, and those verses are so timeless to me.
Right.
Like, you got beef for what we do, talk to the bunny, sonny. He's the man, Bugs, the thug with the money. Funny that you should mention, has my family they're covered. What's up to my cousins and my sisters and my Warner brothers? Birds of a feather, flop and fella be together. No matter what you whatever, endeavor find who's better. You, me, he, she, them, him, those are others. You skid two ducks with one pluck, initiate the trouble. For those who disagree or maybe feel the need to front it. Show me your whole entire crew, two shoes and I'ma run it. Do you want it? Maybe, yo. I was just like, God damn, no one had did that yet. What he did was, he did wordplay, he did compound syllables, multi-syllable rhyming, and he did it in different styles.
Right.
He never had to go back and listen to that first album. He never did the same style twice. I loved his image. I loved what he was about. He looked cool. You know what I'm saying? And you believed him.
Right, he was believable.
He looked the part, he acted the part, he was the part, right? So that's why I think a lot of rappers just kind of started going, and I did, like with my writing and shit. By the time the second album came out, I sounded just like him. I sounded just like Tretch. I sounded like Cool G Rap. Like there's so many eras that I sounded like other rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like it's what we do when we're kids.
Yeah,
right?
we get influenced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're inspired.